If you could live in your silence, watch out, live nights. April 18th, 2026. More incredible news on the IBOGAINE front in the United States of America. Check this out.
President Trump just moments ago signing a big executive order that will direct the FDA to fast-track the review of psychedelics.
This order will clear away unnecessary bureaucratic hurdles, improve data sharing among the FDA and the Department of Veterans Affairs, and facilitate fast rescheduling of any psychedelic drugs that become FDA approved. And we think many of them will go very quickly.
In moments, I will speak live with Medal of Honor recipient Dakota Meyer on what this could mean for all of our veterans and anyone else suffering from PTSD. But first, let's go to a Fox News alert.
PTSD, addiction, alcoholism, virtually any psychosomatic malady having to do with the qualities or the qualities of psychedelics and how they can affect positively the brain. Same week as the original announcement by Fox News of an interview regarding IBOGAINE and the state of IBOGAINE in America, same week, today is April 18th, and Dakota Meyer, while talking about Operation Epic Fury and his involvement in that, also speaks, actually more so, about his experience with IBOGAINE treatment. Stay tuned here.
Gotta get to this other breaking news with you, Dakota. What a day to have you on, because the president just announced that he is signing an executive order. He just did in the Oval Office to fast track a federal review of psychedelics for PTSD.
It directs the FDA to expedite their review of certain psychedelics already designated as breakthrough therapy drugs. In many cases, these experimental treatments have shown life-changing potential for those suffering from severe mental illness and depression, including our cherished veterans. Our veterans are having a tremendous hard time.
You know, Dakota, I remember you had really severe PTSD and you were suffering, and then you went to Mexico and you tried this drug. I believe it's pronounced ibogaine. And this is what the president and his staff were talking about today. Can you just walk us through your experience?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've seen this as I was driving to the studio, and Congressman Luttrell, I mean, absolutely saved my life. He's been a big advocate on this. I mean, seeing the guys that are standing, Brian Hubbard in there, seeing the guys who have been the pioneers of trying to get this legislatively to where we don't have to send our men and women who have fought for this country, or really, I mean, this is going to be an extension. It's way bigger than just veterans. I mean, this is about healing America. It's about healing the world and healing the globe. And I went down there. I was a skeptic of it. I literally remember calling Congressman Luttrell before going down there and saying, this is not going to work. I've tried everything, and really just almost out of options of trying to balance, what I had, was I going to come home and be a victim of my own service because I couldn't find treatment that was going to absolutely help me while trying to be a parent, right? And so I went down there in 2019, and it absolutely changed my life. It absolutely saved my life. I mean, if you go look at me before I went down there versus I just re-enlisted back in the military, I'm back serving, I'm back doing what I love. I'm becoming and being every single day. I have the ability to focus on being the best version of myself. This is a drug, this is a medicine. I hate saying the word drug, but this is a medicine that is truly hopeful and giving back people the life that they are looking to have.
Can you just explain to people at home, that don't know anything about this, the first time they're hearing about it, what that experience was like when you took it? Because I remember you told Joe Rogan it changed your soul. What did it feel like?
Yeah, it's not like a high. It's not it wasn't something, I'd taken plenty of medications before, trying to go through the American protocol, whatever you could call it, of trying to heal mental health. But it wasn't like a numbing. The best way for me to describe it, it was like an internal counseling session for you to be able to process, face, and file, what you had gone through and make sense of it in order for you to have the ability to move forward, right? For me, it was, I did ibogaine and I did 5-MeO-DMT behind it, and it wasn't easy, and but it was me being able to face it wasn't like the symptoms, it was more of me being able to go in deep, get past my consciousness, and see what subconsciously was in me that was causing me to have this. I had severe anxiety. Anxiety was the symptom that I had the worst. I mean, to the point where I was sleeping in my car multiple nights a week. My daughters never even seen me sleep. I would never sleep around them because I never wanted them to see that side of me until after 2019. And so, it was hard, but it was like I went down for a weekend in 2019, and after that I came back, and I literally, when I say I haven't had an ounce of anxiety since, I haven't.
Wow. That's a testament. I mean, that's a testimony right there. It feels like a very exciting time. I know there's people out there that are either suffering themselves or know someone who is. So maybe we're on the brink of something if we can make this available for people here in the United States. They don't have to go to Mexico for it.
And it's hard to understand. I don't want to interrupt you, but it's hard to understand. It was hard for me, especially growing up in a time where everything, even everything was bad, right? Like anything was bad.
Yeah.
And but what I want to say is what are we not willing to do in order to heal people?
There's your update on ibogaine in America, spring of 2026.
Yeah, what a great statement there. I mean, I remember those days. I mean, the egg cracking, commercial. This is your brain on drugs. So I'm glad we're having the conversation in a serious way because there's a lot of people who could benefit from this. Dakota, great to have you. You are such a gift to all of us, and we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Okay, as we continue to watch the Creative War move,